Let's get straight into today's video because you guys loved the tutorial I did on how to create these DTF transfer keychain wristlets. If you missed that video, I will link it below. And now today I'm going to show you how to make these DTF transfer wooden bookmarkers. You do not need a heat press. This is a full tutorial, so in the description box below, I will have every timestamp that you need and I will be showing you all the details. So let's go ahead and get straight to it. All you need for today's tutorial are some wooden bookmarkers. I got this off of Amazon. I will link this below, along with some other ones. I did buy the one with the curve. I'll show you later how I made the template. It did make it a little bit more challenging, so I am going to be ordering some just rectangular ones. You'll understand if you watch that segment. It did come with these tassels. I didn't end up using the tassels, so I did go out to Hobby Lobby and I found some lace fabric that I used instead of the tassels. And then DTF transfers. This is my latest gang sheet that I picked up. Again, later on in the video, timestamp, I'll show you how you can grab your images, size them, order them, how to put them in a gang sheet. A gang sheet is basically a roll. You can get them in really small sizes with, you know, your images on there. And then you just cut out your images and use them for whatever you want. And today we're going to be cutting out our bookmarker images. I opened up my gang sheet and I realized that I did not order the template for my bookmarkers. I ordered more of the wristlet templates, but I did have this 12 by 12 DTF transfer that I ordered in a previous order. This is a seamless pattern design that I bought over on Etsy. You could buy those, download them, and use them however you wish. So basically, I turned over my transfer. I put the bookmarker down and then I just traced it and then cut it out. But I will still have a full tutorial in this video showing you how to make the template and how you can throw it in a gang sheet so you don't have to do this step. But this is an option. And you're going to get a little bonus here because I have this sheet of transfer. I'm going to go ahead and also try it on this coaster. All right, let's go ahead and press one side of our bookmarker. Transfer should be facing you. I am using some heat transfer tape so it doesn't move. I am going to show you the iron method, which I'm just using a piece of wood, Teflon sheet. Set it down. Make sure you always put your Teflon sheet over your transfer. I did that before, recently, last time I made these. And now I have my hand iron. I'm just going to press on here firmly and I'm going to hold for about 20-30 seconds. If you have a heat press, you can make several bookmarkers at a time. My heat press was set at around 300 and I pressed for about 40 seconds. Once you're done pressing, go ahead and let it cool for a minute. Most DTF transfers are cold peel, at least the ones that I get. Just go ahead and remove your transfer tape and then peel off the top layer, which you can see I'm struggling here a bit. And then voila, there you have the one side. And now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the second side. Repeat the process. And then when you peel the other side off after it's cooled, you're gonna wanna go ahead and do a post press. So it's without the film, you just press it again. It really does make the material adhere to the wood a lot better. The texture is better. And here's how they both came out. I'm obsessed with this pattern. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use this skewer that I have to poke out the hole that's in the bookmarker. I've also used some of my Cricut tools to pierce through that hole. And now I'm going to take my lace fabric. I just sized it by wrapping the fabric around the bookmarker. I thought that size looked the best. And then this is like a fabric lace, and I don't want that stiff, I don't even know what you would call it, on my lace. So I'm just cutting that out. And then the tricky part, which the more I do these, the better I seem to get, is getting your lace through that teeny tiny hole. Again, I'm going to use my skewer stick, and my best recommendation is to try to bunch as much of it up as you can, and then go ahead and pierce the skewer through until you get enough fabric to then pull it from the back. And then I just tie it, and I have a cute bookmarker. To create the template, I am using Canva. You just want to create a new design. You want to custom size this, which you might need the paid membership for this. I am putting in 2 by 6 inches. This is the rectangle bookmarker. Once you have your template open, you can go over to the left side where it says elements, and you can type in rectangle frame, and the frames look like this. You want to grab one that looks closest to the template, and then you just want to stretch this out until it completely covers your template. Once you have that done, you can go ahead and duplicate your design, creating multiple different templates. This is easier to do, especially if you're going to be doing several different designs. And then once you have your templates, you can go over to upload and either grab one of your existing designs, or you can upload and add a design. Most of my designs have come from Etsy. I usually type seamless patterns for these. You can also go in Canva under elements and search for different patterns or backgrounds and get creative with that. If you did want to make your own template bookmarkers, you would just not put in that rectangle frame, and then you would create your design right in your template. Once you have all of your designs ready to go, you're going to go over here to the top upper right hand corner, and you're going to hit the share button. You can save these as a PNG file. My only recommendation is when you're sending items over to print, especially for DTF, is you have to have a 300 DPI resolution. So you want to hit the size button and change it to 3.125. And then it's always best to label each of your design before you hit save. It saves a lot easier. Next, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on a company that I've used to order my DTF transfers, along with how you can create a gang sheet. In the past, I have ordered from CNC Custom Transfers. They are in Dallas, Texas, or Texas. I don't know if they're in Dallas. And they were great to work with. I only switched from them because I found a vendor that's 20 minutes away from me, and I'm able to pick up my transfers usually same day. So I'm on the website here. I'm under the DTF category, and there's a drop-down box here that will show you the different size gang sheets that you can make, and then you can upload your images. So we're going to go back into Canva, and I'm going to show you how you can create your gang sheet. So in Canva, I created a 22.5 by 24 gang sheet. That was their smallest size for $14. I'm uploading my bookmarkers. Just be careful when you upload. Sometimes it doesn't keep that 6x2 size, so you just have to resize them. And then you can go ahead and duplicate and just fill as many into the gang sheet as you can. And then the key here is to hit that share button, download, and make sure you change that to transparent background and hit 3.125 to get that 300 DPI. That is it for today's tutorial video. I hope you enjoyed it and this helps you get creative for your next project. Be sure to comment below with any questions and subscribe for more easy tutorials like this.